How is everyone doing on this fabulous Sunday, which is considered Father's Day, man? So, quick shout out to all the fathers out there, even though Father's Day should be every day. But, anyways, man, yo, I hope everyone is enjoying their time with their families, all the fathers out there. Big hug to all you guys, man. And I want to say thanks for hanging out on the show today on this Sunday. This is the Comic Book Community Shout Out Show. You know how I do, man. Out there hunting for channels under 1,000 subscribers and, looking at what they do on their channels and giving them a shout out. It's not easy to do YouTube and, and do shows and put videos out there, whether they're edited, the whole 9 yards, or unedited. So I'm just out there. I've been looking for channels. I come across this week. I got 5. I've been gone for 2 weeks, guys. Just taking some time off, relaxing, and I got 5 channels this week. I got a bonus channel. I got a shout out. That's a special channel that I have to shout out for the comic world. So stay tuned for that, guys. Man. It's going to be a great show, man, and I'm happy to have you guys on right now in the chat. And I think I'm going to have a special guest. This may be a true first appearance from a community member, and you may want to stay tuned for this because it just happened. It just happened at the last minute. We spoke last night, and I wasn't too sure if I was going to do the show today, because I know everyone's busy. Of course, it's Father's Day, and I know a lot of guys are just busy. And I was like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. So here it is, man. This is the Shout Out Show. A quick thank you to everyone that watched the show last night on Coast to Coast Comics. I dropped the announcement where I do have a exclusive comic book dropping. It's going to happen. I should be getting these books in the mail this week. And once I get the books in the mail, I'll do an Instagram show, and then I'll give you the whole 9 yards, the details, the whole goodness of what this comic book is. Well, you go back and watch the show last night, but you're going to have an exclusive raw Greek and comic book. Special thanks to Second Sight Publishing. Shout out to Mr. Marvin Wynn, and yeah, man, that's how we do. That's how we do. Oh, wait a minute, holy coconuts, man, guys, it's an honor right now, man. It is an honor to bring in this guy in the house. This is the first time ever. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna get to know this guy. Just in case you guys don't know him, I'm excited. We're just gonna hang out and just we're gonna have a little interview. Just in case you guys never seen him before. He is my friend. I consider him my friend. We talk all the time. I call him sometimes, and his girls will pick up the phone, and I have to be careful when I say yo or whatever, because the girls could pick up the phone. But we got right now my friend. None other than John Comics for Kids.
Look at that, X-Men. If only somebody would do a killer homage of this for a sweet indie book. I mean, I'd be down, right?
What is going on, John Comics for Kids, on the Shout Out Show? It's been a long time coming. I am so happy that you're here, sir.
Right? And I appreciate you taking the time to give me a shout out, because I know people haven't really heard of me before. I also have a guest. What? Hey. Oh. She was hiding there. Hiding
he has
out.
The best reviews. I'm telling you, man. The best reviews ever.
She knows what's up.
She knows what's up.
Thank you.
And don't mention a book, because she'll just go.
I got my Rican swag on too. Merch out.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much, John, for hanging out on the show right now. Yo, man.
It's the place to be. Saturday is the place to be here on the Just a Rican channel. And happy Father's Day to all the dads out there on the chat.
Oh, man. John, man, you got the Blue Wrench. You could drop your link whenever you want. But with that being said, man, I got 5 channels I want to shout out. We're going to hang out with John. We're going to get to know John a little bit more. His whole journey through comic books, YouTube, and how he got the girls involved in this and the whole 9 yards. We're going to rock out, have a good time. We got a bunch of people in the chat right now. It is an honor to have you on the show, sir. I thank you so much for
it's my pleasure, man. We haven't hung out in too long on I mean off air we hang out, but like on air it's been a little while.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Let's give a quick shout out right now to the chat, man, and thank you so much for the channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. We got Nick Comic Culture in the house. What's going on? Station, sir, station. We got Mentee in the house. How you doing? What's going on? We got Not Your Status Cube. What's going on? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. We got Sam Tangle's Web in the house. What is going on?
What's up, Sam?
How you doing, man? There he is, man. LCS in the house. What's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Of course, we got my brother, man. Cookie, just a little podcast in the house, man. Download Podbeam and check out Just a Little Podcast, man. Oh, there he is, man. We got Mr. Ben in the house. Station, everyone. Can I request for you all the t-shirts, man?
And I dropped the link. I dropped the link for the swag. So if you want to grab a shirt from Rod's store, it's right there in the chat.
There it is. I'm rocking some Zelda tonight.
I saw that.
Yeah, man. Pretty dope, man. Pretty dope. Let's see who else we got. We got James Watson in the house. Hello, sir. Boom. Welcome, welcome. We got Ka-Chung in the house. What's going on? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the show. We got Empire Comics in the house. What's going on, Empire? Empire Comics is like minutes away from my neck of the woods. Empire, we gotta hang out, man.
Yeah, I gotta meet up with Kevin from Entropy and Comics at some point because now that we're a little more free to meet up, he's got this great back patio he's been working on. And, yeah, I want to hang out and have a beer or something.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Boom. Jeffrey's in the house.
Jeffrey,
what is going on? We got Comic Burrito in the house. What's going on? We got boom, JoJo.
How you doing, girl?
We were talking last night for a little bit, and it was nice just to catch up. Thank JoJo for hanging out, man. There it is, man. Let's see. Empire said, Rob, we need to link up at Dombrowski's, man. Yeah, man. Yo, let's do it, man. I'm there every Wednesday, man. Every Wednesday. All right. We're hanging out with John Comics with Kids, man. I've known this guy for a couple years now, and it's been a fun thing just hanging out and just getting to know him. And
from the triple threat 4 Horsemen days all the way through to Tag Team Thursday, it's always been an evolution, right?
It is, man. It's been a long journey, man. All of us, Comic Triple Threat, and now Tag Team Thursday. We involved, and it's just crazy how things happen. Before we get to all that, Mr. John, I want to give a quick shout out at number 1 right now. I got all their links in the description below, John. If you've never seen them before, feel free to check them out. And we got at number 1, we got Comic Doctor at 558 subscribers. All right, guys. So we have Kevin here, man, who is a comic book presser from Canada, man. And it's pretty dope what he's doing because he has a series that is called What's in the Press. That's where the comic community submits comic books to him to get pressed. And not only that, guys, you can win a prize. You can win some free presses at the end of his videos. So if you want a press of a free book, check him out, man. Check him out. And then not only that, man, you can check out his unboxing. He got some slab videos on there too. So at number 1, Comic Doctor at 558 subscribers right now.
And I dropped the link in the chat too, so you can click in the chat or you can click down below in the description. But yeah, check him out.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. He wanted to. I said, "Yo, you could do a cameo appearance." He wanted to jump on. He wanted to jump on so bad, but you know, we'll save it for next weekend. So, but right now, man, hanging out with my friend John Comics with Kids.
I'm just trying to keep up with this chat, man. I'm trying to say hi to all the people in the chat. It's hard.
It happens, John. It happens. You know, you do your Saturday show. You get a little. It flies by so quick, man.
Absolutely.
So, John, man, how did you come up with the name John Comics with Kids, or how was it? Like, I want to do a YouTube channel, and what is it? How do I come up with the name?
I always reference the three gentlemen who kind of like were what I consider like generation 2 YouTubers, because obviously there were people like the Great Legend and Sam's Tangled Web who were doing this way before us. But then generation 2 was like Comic Tom, Bueller, and Reggie, and they all started like the same week in like February 3 years ago. All three of those beasts of channels started the same time. And they kind of inspired me in a lot of ways. So I chose Comics with Kids because I liked Comics with Bueller. And I liked what Bueller was doing. And he was so encouraging and he was so helpful. And so Bueller was a huge inspiration for my channel. Absolutely.
And I did not know that. It's crazy. Like I've known you for a couple of years and did not know that.
Well, a lot of my early live streams, he would like walk me through how to set it up, right? Remember when we had to use like Google Hangouts or something? It was like Hangouts was pre-Streamlab, right? StreamYard. And I couldn't figure out how to do it. And so Bueller was like, he gave me his phone number and I would call him. And Bueller would be like walking me through how to do it. And it was hilarious. So like, yeah, Bueller has been a friend and supporter, and along with Sam's Tangled Web, like for early on.
Yeah, man, that Google Hangout was wow.
no joke.
It was no joke, man, for sure, man. It's crazy. You know, Bueller's always been there for you, and I always remember Comic Tom being there for me now, even to nowadays.
Dude, I remember when he gave you all those shout outs during his shows. He'd be like, my man, Just a Rican. What's up, Rod? And I was like, who's this guy? What a crazy, great name for a channel. Just a Rican and his comics. I was like, I got to follow this guy.
Yeah, and it's nuts. And because of him is how this show was born. And a lot of people already know that. But if you guys never seen the show before, that's because the Comic Tom gave me a shout out.
Right.
This show's been going on for 2 years because of him, and I like to just pay it forward. That's
Absolutely.
how we do, man. So, man, we're hanging out with John Comics with Kids, and when how much time this takes out of your family? I know you do amazing edit videos, sir, man. you do your videos, and does it take too much time for the family, for the girls? I know you like watching movies. So how you balance all that out?
It's funny. I was on with No Good Comics and Morbius on their Tuesday show last week, and it was all about how do you balance things like reading your books and work and family and YouTube and social media, whatever. And I suck at it. I'm just gonna say it. I suck at this. And I've had times when it's like I'm on 2 shows a day every single day, and I've had weeks when I'm doing nothing, and it's because I get super excited and I want to be on everybody's channels, and then later on you're like, I'm not seeing my kids as much. I need to be doing so. It's hard to balance. I suck at it, and anything I can do to kind of like find ways to have. At the beginning, my channel was always me with my girls. And, the edited videos I did a how to make your own Thor's hammer with Charlie, a little using tissue boxes and paper towel rolls and newspaper and duct tape. And we made a Thor's hammer. And it was like anything I could to do stuff with my kids was a big part of it. And I'm with you, Jeffrey. Balance is a really tricky thing for me. And it's the same with buying books. Cause I go and like feast or famine, right? I'm like not buying books for like 2-3 months, and then I spend $600 on a weekend, and I'm like, what am I doing? This is stupid.
Don't say that too loud. Is the wife here around there?
No, she's out grocery shopping because it's Father's Day. So that's another reason why I'm able to get on right now.
Dude, there it is, man.
I'm cashing all my Father's Day chips. You know?
Yeah, Mac. And happy Father's Day to you, John. You are you're a great pillar and a great example for parents out there. I've seen you and the girls. I watch you guys just grow, especially the girls now. You rock, dude, and I
will say it's a testament to reading with your kids. I mean, I will say like that's like, and I know all comic book fans are readers and interested in reading, and it's like the more you do that early with your kids, like they will find a love for it. They'll find stories they like or characters they like or writers or whatever. And we just read a ton with my girls. Bedtime would take like an hour, like just because you're like, you know, you're brushing their teeth and getting their jammies and getting in bed and then reading with them. And then my wife and I would swap kids and we would read with the other kid. And it was like, it was a long, you know, nighttime thing. And you're tired, but at the same time, you're like, this is important. And it made a huge difference knowing that they were getting interested in stories and books. And now it's like, it's its own beast. You know, they read for fun and they read for when they want to relax. You know, it's great to see that.
It is pretty neat when you watch the Saturday morning show. They're eating their bagels, and either you have both of them there or one of them just like this.
Yeah, Charlie Swan asleep usually. Yeah.
Or when they get the AOK, you open the AOK up, and it's a book that they like, and it's like, whoop, and next thing you know, they're into the book and forget the show, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is fine. Then finally I can share a book or two. And Kachung is right. Now there are moderators on several channels. You see my girls with blue wrenches. So like on JP's channel, which is like a huge channel. He's got like 2,200 subscribers. And my girls are moderators in his chats. It's hilarious.
Wow, man. That's nuts, man. Let's say hello to our Comic Kate in the house. What's going on? GP Venom from across the pond. Hello, my sir. I've had my whiskey and larger on my lager now, waiting for my KFC. I love Father's Day. Congrats, sir. All right. There's one channel in the chat right now, and I want to say hello to this guy right now. Guys, it brings me a lot of joy when I run into a lot of people in the Latino community, Hispanic community. This channel was recommended through Marvin Wynn, House of Nerd Show at 168 subscribers. My Latino brother and El Salvador brother, Sergio, man. He does some live shows with his buddies, a lovely lady named Lauren and his buddy Steve. They do live shows and they bring special guests onto the shows. I saw one. They had the amazing guys know the book Philadelphia.
Ooh.
They had Mr. Rodney Barnes on there. And
he's awesome.
Yeah, John. And I know this book you've been reading. You've been enjoying it.
I love it. And I'm not a big horror comic book guy, and but it's just got so many other layers. I've been loving it. Yeah.
But how about this book, John? The Many Deaths of Layla Starr.
Now you're talking. My copy's a little too far away. Yeah, I'm absolutely one of the best reads of the week too.
They had their artist earlier today, this morning. Felipe Andre was on the show. So that was pretty dope to see. So check out the House of Nerds show right now. And
I dropped their link in the chat.
Subscribers, yes. And they're on Twitter too as well. So check them out. I don't believe he has an Instagram. I searched for it and they did not have one. All right, man. So
Jennifer's in the chat. What is up, Jennifer? We were just mentioning Layla Starr, and of course you show up when we do that.
Man. Let's see here. We got nerds being geeks in the house. Sorry I'm late. What's up? You're here in the perfect timing, hanging out with John Comics with kids, hanging out with my friend for the last 2 years. This has been a long time coming. It's just weird how things happen, man. John is free. I was free, and I said, let's do this. Let's do some shout outs. Let's have John talk about his channel. John calls himself the turtle, man. John, why do you call yourself the turtle? A lot of people don't know this. I do because, you know.
It comes from the fact that I think, you know, for whatever for lots of reasons, I think my channel has always been one of the sort of slowest growing channels. And you know, obviously I'm very happy. I'm about 22 subscribers away from hitting 1,500, which was way bigger than I thought I would get. But it's always been a funny growth to my channel. It's never been a consistent kind of steady growth. It'll go like, I'll gain 10 subscribers and then I'll lose 5. So I was at one point, I was not too long ago, I was like, oh, sweet, I'm within 20 subscribers of 1,500. And then since then, I have not gained a subscriber in like 2 weeks. It's just been flatline. And it's just funny the way my channel grows. So I always considered it like the little turtle. And other people blast pie me, just like, you know, I'm like, oh, this fun little channel. Look how great they're doing. And then all of a sudden they'll just be like at 3,000, you know, you look at two Brothers Comics. I was like, oh, what a great little channel. These guys are really, really awesome. And now they're at like almost 4,000. They just have blasted by me. Or Lost in Comics, you know, Oscar and Chris, those guys are amazing. And they were at like 400 subscribers last week. And now they're at like 1,200 subscribers. They just are blowing up. But my channel's never been like that. It's always been this like little turtle going along, doing its thing. You know, never the Ninja Turtle, always just the regular turtle.
John is like he's Splinter, just slow. He's the teacher. He's the
I need a Splinter. I need a Splinter to teach my turtle how to get like kung fu speed.
Oh man!
But I mean, I've been always happy with my channel. I just, you know, it's just never been consistent. Other channels I watch and they're like super, you know, Burke Family is just super consistent growth. And then there's the little turtle. John's the little turtle.
Hey guys, everyone in the chat, what you see right now, this is a chat that we talk like off camera.
Oh yeah,
this is us like daily. Like John is in the West Coast, I'm in the East Coast. I could text John like 8 o'clock in the morning, and there's a 3-hour difference.
Yeah, it's 5 a.m. I'm up very early. I almost am living on East Coast time because I get up at 5 a.m. my time, which is 8 for you, and I go to bed before 10 my time, which is like what 1 a.m. your time. So I'm like I'm living on East Coast time. I think that's just the way. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's the teacher in me.
Yeah, it's nuts, community. It's nuts.
Jennifer's always been one of my biggest cheerleaders. I appreciate that, Jennifer. Thank you.
Jennifer is awesome.
Amazing. Yeah, and you know, the show that she's been doing with Mars every Sunday when they're breaking down books and talking about what's coming, it's just been one of my favorites as well. Like, talk about two people that really read a ton, know a ton of what's going on in comics, and are just finger on the pulse of where books are right now. Like, just a great pair.
Sure, man. You know it, man. They rock. The House of Nurture Empire. Empire Layla Star is a fantastic title. We were lucky enough to have the artist Felipe Andrade on there it is. That was earlier today, guys. Check out the rewind. All right. So those are the first 2 shout outs. I gotta give out a special shout out because Bearded Comic Bro mentioned that his brother-in-law, John, you may like this one.
I'm already following them. Yes.
All right. Well, you know where this is going, man. We got Warded Door at 28 subscribers. Guys, are you into D&D? If you don't know what D&D is, that is Dungeons and Dragons. And I know John loves some D&D. So that is my special shout out for Warded Door at 28 subscribers. That's Bearded Comic Bro's brother-in-law. So check out that channel if you're into D&D, and if you're not, well, you can check out John Comics with Kids, and I know he does a thing with a Big Will, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, it's tonight. It should be tonight. Yeah. Right, I got my fancy new metal dice that I've been rolling.
All right. Nice.
And I dropped the link for Warded Door, so people can subscribe to Warded Door. It's in the chat as well.
Sweet, man. Thank you for doing that. We got here Shattered Glass Comic Reviews in the house. What's going on? Hello. We got my friend, Bobby De La Ghetto. Hello. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the show. I think we're caught up in the chat. So, John, man, I know you got a bunch of beauties behind you. If you had to pick one book out of all your beauties behind you, which book would that be? Your number one book. Which one would that be?
I will say the one that I was most happy to get was probably my favorite X-Men cover of all time, which is 101. And this is just a beautiful piece of art.
Wow.
I love the shape of it, the way they laid it out. I love the color and the detail work, and the fact that I was able to get this from a community member in basically my only trade I've ever done. So this came from Thanatos, Matt Thanatos, Thanatos Comics. He was getting rid of his X-Men books, and I was going to Baltimore, and he said, "Hey, if you get this book sketched on, it's a sketch cover. If you get it drawn on by Adam Hughes while you're there and send it back to me, I will give you this." And that was the trade. So I paid to get it sketched on by Adam Hughes and colored by his wife. And then I mailed that to him, and he mailed this to me. So it's always going to be an even more special book just because it came from him, and it was part of that trip to Baltimore for me.
And that's an all sketch cover?
The book I sent to him.
Okay.
Trade. So it was a Green Lantern issue that had a blank sketch cover, and I gave it to Adam Hughes, and Adam Hughes drew my friend Matt's favorite character, Zatanna, on it. Really beautiful, like headshot of Zatanna, and then his wife did this great coloring job on it. It's beautiful. So it was a beautiful piece. And then I sent that to him, and he traded for this.
Nice.
Amazing. Yeah. And he felt like he ripped me off, and I felt like I ripped him off. So everybody was super happy with the trade, which is what you want when you do a trade.
Hey, I love hearing the stories, man. The stories is what, makes everything a lot of fun, and you get to know community members.
Absolutely.
So, John, man, so how long you been collecting comics? I don't think I've ever questioned.
That's tricky because, I mean, like anybody I think of my age, you kind of go in times when you're collecting and then times when you're not. I started getting into comics when I was probably 10-ish, 7, somewhere in that, elementary school, junior high age. And I went to visit my grandmother in Arizona with my family, and we did every winter, and they had a Circle K right like walking distance. So you could walk out and around the block, and there was a Circle K, and they had this spinner rack with all the new comics on it. And my mom would give me money. I would ask for money like twice a day. I would ask for money just to go and get books off the spinner rack. And she was always like, "You just bought comics. Like, read the ones you just bought." And it's like, I read them all. I want to go back. I want to get 5 to 10 more. And I would try to buy everything. And my hope was that the 2 weeks that I was in Arizona, they would get new books on the spinner rack during the time that I was there. So I would try to buy books and then go back and have hopefully the new books were there and I'd get some new ones. It didn't always work out.
Those were the good old days when the comics were a buck.
They were far cheaper, 75 cents. I remember a ton of 75 centers, and this was one. Where is it? One of the ones I loved as a kid was, let's see if I can find it. Yikes. Yeah. This one. So this was a reprint, the first real reprint of Hulk 180, 181, and 182. And I don't know that it's worth a ton of money. I think Barbarian Kung Fu gave me hey, there it is. So it's a wraparound cover with the Wendigo on the back, and it reprints those issues. Yeah, Jeffrey knows what's up. And so it's got all the material from 180 and 181 and 180, a little bit from 182. Plus, it gives you a little historical kind of like background on Wolverine at the back. Whoa. And how his costume kind of evolved and things. But yeah, this book meant a ton to me as a kid, and my old copy was ruined. And I mentioned it in a video, and then Barbarian Kung Fu, a really great guy, Chad, sent me a copy. He was like, as a gift, he was like, here, you know, you should have this.
Yeah, and this book was sent to me by John, and John has a.
I got that other one from Mr. Miracle Dave. So that video I did on it, 2 copies of that book appeared at my house within like a month. And I was like, I shouldn't have 2 of these. That's not fair. So I sent one on to you. Yeah.
Yeah. I like, and it's a cool thing when you get an AOK. I like to save the notes and everything. And I got the notes here. I'll leave them here. John said, this is a reprint of the Polk 180-182. I was gifted 2 of these, and it was meant a lot to me. I'm giving it to you because it was one of the first comics I ever owned. I hope you enjoy it. So
that's awesome.
I mean,
thanks for saving the note. That's cool, man.
Yeah, I do. I have a bag, like a birthday bag, and I got everyone's notes in it. And I remember Comic Tom said long time ago he wants to make a wall with all the notes and stuff like that.
I remember that.
And I got all my. And I'm like, I want to do this one day, and I have all mine. It's crazy how I can reach out.
Wow, they're
and
right
I have
there.
everything in here. And
see, I keep them in bags and boards in one of my short boxes. There's like a whole like couple of bags and boards full of those. I can't get rid of them either. Yeah, I can't get rid of those either.
And it's crazy because I was cleaning out the room not too long ago, and I'm like, I got all these Geminis, and I was like, the community sent me this many AOKs, and I was just like blown away by it. So
it's mind blowing for sure.
It really is, man. It really is. We got Super Russ 9000 in the house. What's going on, man?
I'm gonna drop Super Russ's link too. Let me load that.
Yes, sir. Do it, man. Do it. I know he's on the road.
Yeah, he's on the road to 1K. He is 30 away, and he wants to do it before his anniversary in August, his YouTube anniversary. So let me drop Super Russ's link here.
You do that as I give out another shout out right now. At number 1, we had a Comic Doctor at 558 subscribers. At number 2, we had my El Salvador brother Sergio, the House of Nerds Nerd Show at 168. Right now at number 3, we have LCS right now at 126 subscribers. On Instagram, you can find him under the same name. Now, what we have here on LCS, he has an eBay store. So what he does on his channel, he's just going to show you the books that he sold on his channel. And then you can check out his haul videos, his new comic books he picks up. And stay tuned because he wants to do some reviews and some walkthroughs of some of the best comic book shops in the area. So stay tuned for that, man.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, and Super Russ got 3 new subs. So thank you in the chat for making the push for him to get to his 1K goal a little bit closer. So thanks for you guys subscribing. Let me drop the link for LCS too.
Oh, there it is, man. This is how we do, man. This is how we do the show. And not only that, guys, if you're going to subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell because these guys put out content. You don't want to miss it. You know, it's important. It's important to subscribe and support the channel, of course. But you want to check out the video, check out their videos, leave a comment. The comment goes a long way because we like to interact with the community, man. And that's the cool thing about it because you can put out a video and have 40, 50, 100 views. Without a comment, it's like, all right, well, am I doing something wrong, doing something right? leave a comment. Just let us know. Oh, that was dope. And you should try this. Put this on your video. I mean, you could put out some comic book news. I mean, there's one guy, and that puts out great videos and goes, "Thank you, John. Back to you, John." And it's the comments come a long way though, right, John? Am I right or wrong?
My content?
No, just comments in general.
Oh yeah, I think comments go a long way and make you feel like you're not just making this in a vacuum somewhere, but that people are actually interacting with it and hearing. It makes it. And I try to comment on anything I watch as well, but it's hard to take the time, and I totally understand, especially if you watch it on a TV. So if I watch on my Roku, sometimes I can't comment in there, so I got to get the phone out and do it. But it's totally worth it.
Sure, man, for sure. So, like I said, man, this is the shout out show, man. Number 1, we had the Comic Doctor. Number 2, we had the House of Nerd show. Number 3, we just mentioned LCS in the house. That means local comic shop. All right.
Yep.
And let's see here. Making sure we're caught up in the chat. I think we're doing fine there. And so, John, man. So when you go out on Wednesdays to pick up your new books, what's your mindset? What's your mindset? I mean, I know we try to stay in our lane. I try to stay in my lane, but that never happens. It just never happens, man. I'm very happy that the wifey just supports my habits when I pick up 12 books or whatever.
Absolutely. So, I mean, my goal is to stay on budget, right? Like stay on budget. And I've been trying to shrink the amount of books I'm buying each week. And I have weeks. I told my wife 2 weeks ago, I'm like, I failed. Like I just blew it today. And I bought like 4 new trade paperbacks, and I bought my weekly pull, and I was like way over budget. But then last week I had just 5 books. It was a very small week for me. So I'm trying to keep it low. I'm trying to prioritize books that I'm loving, not just like kind of liking, like I'm enjoying. I want it to be books that I'm excited to read. And I've heard some people in the community say that, like, if it's not top of your read pile, if it's not a book that you're ecstatic or looking forward to really reading passionately, then why are you buying it? And I can respect that in a big way. So that's kind of my mentality. And I've been collecting a lot more trade paperbacks lately because I know I'll read them again and again, and I'm enjoying them. So that's been me lately.
Yeah, man, it is. I'm just fortunate that I'm able to just go out there and pick up the amount of books that I do pick up, but I make sure that everything is taken care of around the house and utilities, the whole 9 yards, and that's number 1. And
sure.
And if you don't do that, guys, you're just gonna be a train wreck. So make sure that's little advice. Just stay on your lane and make sure everything is taken care of before you buy your books.
Well, and you mentioned it earlier, like having a significant other partner who's supportive in some way or not, like, and you can have communication as far as I think you need to cut back, or I think you need to, or you go ahead and get that book. When I got back into this, my wife bought me 3 insanely expensive books right off the bat, and she never has really given me comic book gifts. This was like a big deal, and I was like blown away. And of course, it like. Then you're like, oh, what else can I do now? Like you gotta be able to understand, like, that was a rarity. Like, where's your budget? Where's it at? And like LCS is saying, budgeting is key for sure. Yeah, stay away from the FOMO.
Yeah.
So yeah, having a spouse that you're like talking to and communicating with, that makes just a huge difference.
Guys, man, we're hanging out with John Comics for Kids, my close friend right now. Make sure you check out his channel. Make sure you check out all the channels that I have in the description below. We have another shout out to give out, John. We're gonna go with this one right now. It goes by Ka-Pow! Exclamation point right now. Comics, man. 206 subscribers. Instagram under the same name. So we're gonna take this to a across the pond, man, we got Paul, who has a comic book shop over there in the UK, man. So on his channel, you're gonna check out some comic book reviews, some unboxing, and some other news. And he has a series that's called Comics in 5 Minutes. He takes a comic book, reviews it, you know, within 5 minutes. May go over a little 5 minutes, but that's something that I dig a lot. It's a short video. You know, if you're having a lunch, you know, your lunch break or 15-minute break at work, what's 5 minutes going to cost you to watch a little review on a comic book?
Right.
So there it is right there. And if you're in the UK, man, check out his comic book shop on his channel. He has all the links, the whole 9 yards. But right now, you can check out his channel with the description below, man. And thank you, man, for dropping the link.
I know it's helpful. I know that sometimes what I am always impressed about with the chat when it comes to this show, this community shout out show, you do all this prep work and you put all the links and you write down where everybody is and their subscribers. And then when I'm watching the show and I click over to look at the channels, those channels have almost all gone up by 5 subscribers before you tell us where they're at, because your community shout out show chat has already subscribed when this video is like before it even goes live. I feel like people have gone into your description, clicked on all the channels, and subscribed by like at least 5 people every time. And then the show goes live and they get even more. So I think it's just a really cool testament to the people who watch this show is that they are already ready to subscribe to these new channels and give them a shot.
Oh, I did not even think about that. That's pretty cool, man.
It's cool. And I think they come to this show with the mentality of, hey, there's cool channels out there. Let's check them out. And so like that last one that you just did, Ka-Pow, you said it was at 205 or whatever. I looked at it. It was at 212 when I dropped the link. So that means before you even mentioned the show on, 7 people or whatever have subscribed. And then, of course, I dropped the link and maybe some other people do as well. But like, it just shows the kind of people that watch the show. I really dig it.
Yeah, man. And, it's one of those things, John. We work hard. We work hard to reach a certain mark, and that mark is to hit that 1K. And it's a good feeling when you hit it. I know you was there when I hit my 1K, and Perry hit his 1K, and Edwin hit his 1K. Miss you, Edwin. But it's such a good feeling when you hit that mark, is because we work so hard. We put out content. And it's like saying thank you, here we are, we did it, and, it's just, I will never forget where I come from, and John is the same way. We're humble people, and we will never forget that we started off small, and we hit that 1K mark, and this show is for, like I said, man, everyone that's under 1K that's putting out the work, man. So this is how we do, man. Just paying it.
Ka-Pow is at 220 now, so that's awesome, and that's just super cool. I appreciate everybody taking the time. Ooh, yeah, Golden Gauntlet as always. Remembering Edwin for sure, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. That dude. Oh,
what's
man.
up, Warlord? How you doing?
In the house. What's going on? We got Jason Parker in the house. What's going on, man? What's going on? All right. We're pushing forward. We're at the 45-minute mark right now. I got one more shout out to give out. And,
wait, did we do Low Grade Hero? Did I miss them?
Low Grade Hero.
I think we skipped Low Grade Hero at one point. At least I see them in your description.
Oh, crap.
So I can drop the link for them. Low Grade Hero.
Yeah. I got so caught up today, and
good,
he was on the list, and then
I got you right there. There's the link. Low Grade Hero.
All right, check out Low Grade Hero, man. Great channel in the community.
He's got that awesome Hulk poster in the background from issue number 100, I think it is. So cool.
Yeah, man. Thanks, John, for dropping that, man.
Yeah.
I just got so caught up with my notes, and the wife got home and she's like, "You finished reading notes?" And I was like, and then I forgot Little Great Hero. So Little Great Hero, man. How about this, man? You jump on the show next week. There it is.
Boom.
That's how we do. And we're gonna give out another shout out right now to our Comics, Pops, and More 66 subscribers, man. Let's welcome Corey to the community. He's going to be bringing you some unboxing videos, you know, some those mystery boxes. He's got a bunch of stuff, man. A bunch of mystery boxes. He's got some Funko Pops. He's got some comics, of course, and there's a video on his Funko collection, which was pretty dope. So nice. I have to mention that. But man, when I say mystery boxes, they're everywhere. There is the channel is just stacked with unboxing mystery boxes. So check that channel out right now. Instagram under the same name, and Ka-Pow Comics under the same name on Instagram. And if I forgot to mention, LCS Instagram under Local Comic Shop. You can find them too. Wow.
Catch your breath.
I'm trying.
It's a lot of talking. You do a lot of talking on this show, man.
It's easy when I got you here now. Help me out a little bit.
I love that X-Men book behind your shoulder there, issue 1. I believe that's 131. The slab in the center there with
Dazzler.
Well, I mean, that's Emma Frost.
Yeah. Actually, those were my first 2 slabs that I ever purchased. I got a nice.
So what's the slab? What's the other one? Is that issue 211?
That one is issue. That is 211. Yes, sir.
What's the grade on that one?
That is a 9.2, sir.
Oh, this one. Oh, this one right here.
No, all right, you got me. You got me, John. You got me on that one. 9.6, man. Shots fired, man. Shots fired. John's got me on one, man. He's got me on one.
I love it.
You was waiting for that, wasn't you?
Maybe a little bit. But the other one, you know, the issue 131 is the last one in my omnibus. So Tuesday night, that's the final book that we're reviewing for season 1 in the omnibus show. Great book.
And where can they find you, John, on that Tuesday show, sir?
It's on my channel, John's Comics with Kids. That's 9 o'clock Eastern. It'll be Justin and I and a whole gaggle of guests having fun and reviewing that last issue of that omnibus, issue 131, and then giving away a ton of stuff to people in the chat, to people who've been watching the show, to people who've been answering trivia. I think we're giving away like 6 different items at least. Should be a lot of fun. Oh yes, does Jeff? I don't know if Jeffrey has a new channel yet.
He's got a new one.
Okay, let me see if I can find it here.
Yep, he just started a new channel.
See if I can find it.
And again, man, thank you all for hanging out on the show today on this Father's Day. John, happy Father's Day to you, sir.
Thanks, brother.
You're an amazing dad. Everyone can see that every Saturday with your kids, and you're a rock star, dude.
I'm gonna have trouble finding it. I'm already gonna tell you.
I think he just goes. I think he just.
Oh, there's no Henson anymore.
There's Jeffrey. Henson. It's just Comic-Con.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's see if I can find it.
And stay tuned, community. I should be getting the exclusive comic books in the mail this week, and I'll be making an announcement on Instagram with more details on how you can get these books through me. The Edge, issue number 2, Second Sight Publishing, Mr. Marvin Wynn is behind all this too, so thank you, Mr. Marvin Wynn. And guys, I'm gonna have a nice little comic book coming out there for you guys. Broadly exclusive variant, man. So stay tuned for that. I get these books out, man. Right.
All right. There's Jeffrey's new link. There it is. Sorry. That took me a little while. I had to spell it just right.
Now, community. We got 22 people in the house. I usually do a rapid fire, but I want to take a rapid fire questions from the community. Guys, 5 questions, 1 answer. Let's see what the community has for you, John. Let's see what questions they have, man. Let's see. 5 questions, community. 5 questions, 1 answer from John Comics for Kids. Drop your questions right now in the chat, and let's see what John has to say, man.
I gotta make sure I hit the notification bell on Jeffrey here. Whoop. Done.
Right. The House of Nerds just said you guys are freaking awesome. Just gained about 15 new subs. I'll be subscribing back to all those here in the chat. Thank you so much. All right.
And it looks like Super Russ is just 22 away now from his goal. So he's moved up a bunch too. 22 away.
All right. There it is, John. First question. Rapid fire. John's favorite ice cream flavor.
I'm a pretty boring ice cream guy because I'm allergic to chocolate, and that kind of cuts a lot of flavors out of the mix. So I'm usually a caramel kind of guy. So I probably would say caramel is my favorite kind of chocolate. And you know, there's a lot of fun caramel flavors. So yeah, that's definitely true.
I love some strawberry ice cream. I left work Friday, and I told the wife, I said, I need some strawberry ice cream. So I went and got some strawberry ice cream, and boom. We got a here it is. Bobby De La Ghetto. What subject do you teach in school?
So I've been I've been teaching with my own classroom for about 13 years, and I've pretty much taught 3rd grade the entire time. So that's been all subjects. That's reading, writing, math, science, social studies, PE, even sometimes. So it's a little bit of everything. So that if you know, elementary school age, you kind of do the spectrum.
Well said. Well said. Another question right now, John. We got GP Venom in the house. What level is your D&D character, man?
I love this. I love this question. Yeah. So if you've been watching, we've gone through a few characters, and I've had a few die. My current character, I use a rogue, and he's level 5. He just leveled up recently, so I'm very excited because now that means he's at a level where he can fight with 2 swords at the same time, which is kind of fun because he can be fighting and blocking and then hitting more times. So I'm very excited that the next big battle, he's going to be able to battle a little more fiercely, I think.
Hey, there it is, man. John, we have another question right now. This is rapid fire. We got LCS. What's on the Father's Day dinner menu, sir?
I think we're doing a pesto pasta with broccoli and some garlic bread. I think we're doing a little Italian Father's Day, and I might even have some red wine with that. I'm feeling a little Italian tonight.
Yeah, I know. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Usually, my wife cooks on the weekends, and then I cook during the week. So this worked out really well. She's doing the pesto pasta tonight. Right.
There's a couple more questions coming in the house right now, but there was one question. Virtuous Comics. John, cats or dogs?
It's a great question. We have 0 pets at our house, and Charlie is still very upset about this, and it's not anything that she's going to get over soon. But if I had a preference, I've mainly had dogs my whole life. I've always been a dog guy, all different sizes and types. I'm fine with, but I don't have any problem with cats. I just I have allergies, like I mentioned, so pets are always hard on me, anyways. But I've always been more of a dog person. That's me. Yeah, I like dogs a bunch.
If I ever fly down to Cali, man, I'll bring the Killer Bees Carmella, and Charlie could hang out with Carmella.
More likely, we're gonna come to Florida and go to Disney World, and then hang out at your place and Alex's place and Perry's place, and well, not Perry's place. That sounds like a nightmare. But everywhere else,
you gotta hang out with Perry, man.
We got to go to his shop. We got to get over there to that shop where I can get some Lobo books and put them in the chipper.
Oh yeah, the Comics Club, man, for sure.
I gotta blend up a couple Lobo books to make up for all the Daredevil books he keeps blending.
Yeah, who's that Lobo guy? Anyway, that's not
nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Oh man, thank you. Yo, we're about to push that hour mark. I want to say thank you so much on the chat. Thank you so much for John Comics with Kids for hanging out. This has been a long time coming. It's been a blast, dude. I'm so happy that I'm able to meet you through IG, through YouTube, and we've become friends. And I really do thank you for being there for me whenever I call you or whenever you always been there, man.
Vice versa, man. I'll tell you, it's been these 3 years have been all kinds of great roller coasters and 4 horsemen always, man. 4 horsemen.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure, man. And yo, guys, thank you all for hanging out on the show. Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned on my channel, and telling you, the Rod exclusive comic book variant, issue number 2 of The Edge, is a homage cover to that book right there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the video from last night. You can watch the first 10, 15 minutes. It will give you more details on what I'm talking about. Man.
Skip a couple lattes this next week. Save that money. Get ready because you're going to want that exclusive for sure.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, one more question here. Empire Comics question. I heard you talk about your time with YouTube taking away a little from the kids. I'm a single dad. Between working, kids, and reading the books, how do you balance time, John?
And we talked a little bit about this at the beginning, and I'm always looking for advice on how to do this. I think Morbius, who I was hanging out with last Tuesday, talked about it a bunch, and I follow some of what he does as far as just scheduling, right? Being pretty religious about, hey, there's certain days that I just don't do shows. And there's certain days when I try to not be doing the YouTube thing and not be watching YouTube as much. And then I have reading that I do with my girls. So this morning I was reading comics on the couch with the girls, trying to get through some fun trades, and they were reading their books. And so trying to do some of that with your kids is also kind of fun. It's a great way to do it. And reading comics with my daughters has been a blast.
Yeah, for sure, man. Empire Comics, man. Check out his Saturday morning show, 11:30. It's fantastic. And yeah, man, reach out to John Comics with Kids if you have any questions. John is the man. He's a pillar in the community. All right. With that being said, we got Dario Hernandez in the house. What's going on? How you doing? Glacier Mountain Comics. All right. I guess that's your shop. Pretty dope. But, man, we out of here, man. We out of here. You're going to see our face throughout the week. But thank you all for hanging out on the show today. And as always, John, how do we say?
Stay classy, comic book community.